Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and welcome back to sector number 3 out of 3, flying our Lufthansa cargo rotation from Frankfurt over Hong Kong and Istanbul back to Frankfurt. Today we're doing the last out of those flights, and we are currently offloading a couple of containers here in Istanbul in order to load on a couple more, and then we'll make our way back to Frankfurt. We will be flying this one on VATSIM, even though it is Honeycomb for the departure. We'll see what it's going to be on arrival, because, well, at the moment there is no sane tension since some of the AI servers and server providers are currently offline. Alright, so looking forward to this one, and I'd say with that we go straight into this. So here we are back on the flight deck of our 777. It's currently 15 degrees outside, so no APU needed. That means it's nice and quiet here for our setup. Let's go ahead and do a couple of basics. So Airu is gonna go off and then back on again so that we can do a quick alignment. The voice recorder is also coming back online. And then I tend to say, as always, the first thing we are going to do is to actually review our flight plan. So let's request the latest flight plan from SimBrief, as we are getting ready for our flight to Frankfurt. So we can use daylight charts again. It's probably going to stay bright for the entire flight. Okay, so let's have a look. This is going to be a fairly easy one, basically taking us from Istanbul out of Turkey and then more or less a straight line all the way into the arrival at Frankfurt. Now, looking at the significant weather charts, the first half of the flight is clear, and then for the second half we are entering that area marked number 1, that's this entire one over here, which is moderate turbulence between level 160 and flight level 400. We also have some low-level icing stuff going on, but that shall not be any of our concern in today's flight. Alright, so the en route weather is good. Let's go ahead and have a look at the airport weather. Our departure airport here in Istanbul has very good weather conditions, clear skies, 15 degrees 1022, and the arrival in Frankfurt currently a little bit on the brink between runway 25 and runway 07. We have planned runway 25 since that is what they're using in the real world at the moment. Our alternate in Han is looking good with a bit of potential for some low-lying clouds, but they do have NILS over there, so broken 400 is not going to be too much of a problem. With that in mind, let's have a look into the flight plan. An on-time departure at 1200 UTC is going to result in an arrival 20 minutes ahead of schedule. Flight level 320 is our planned cruising level. And, well, look at that. Takeoff weight 273 tons because, well, we are rather heavy today. Now, let's have a look into the fuel. I don't see any reason to take extra fuel over here. So 28.4 plus taxi. Let's round it up, 29 tons of fuel. And, well, that's going to get us there with 52 minutes. We should bring a little bit more, so let's actually make that 30 tons of fuel. That way we've got the CF hour, so 1 hour of fuel remaining. Okay, so import that, then we can go for the takeoff fuel, 30 tons, like this. And with that selected, let's select GSX. Let's quickly get ourselves some catering services over here so that we actually got some lunch on board. And while they are bringing on the catering, we can already go ahead and request the loading so that our cargo is going to get loaded into the aircraft. Well then, let's go ahead and start working on our flight. So, copy-paste the GPS position. The disagree is fine because, well, it's just kept the... it has kept the original departure airport, but let's go ahead and import our actual flight. Lufthansa Cargo 8463 from Istanbul to Frankfurt. So let's give that a moment to actually import everything, and in the meantime we can run up here into the EFB and search departure LTFM. That's looking good. Load that route. Now let's see. We've got the Warden 1 Golf departure. So let's see. Istanbul, sits, Warden. 1 Golf, here it is. Alright, cool, so that thing's loaded, then let's go. Istanbul, 17 right, and we got the Waden 1 Golf. Then Frankfurt arrivals, ILS, probably runway 25 right, since that is going to shorten our taxi. So ILS Yankee 25 right, Delta Fox 426, and we're coming in from Debbie, so it's the Debbie 1 Bravo. Alright, activate and execute. Copy the route, and now a very quick check to make sure that our uplink is correct. Waden, November 816, Baklo, Dark Sonics, Uteka is Siri, Ryzen, Golva, Simba, Akini, Tango 161, Debbie, and with the arrival, that's a ground distance of 1090 versus 1094. Okay, excellent. So, then let's move on into the Lex page and do the wind data request. We can also do the forecast request real quick, so that those things are out of the way. And then let's cross-check our departure. So, straight ahead Fox Mike 051, and we can absolutely go into the plan mode for that. So, we got the departure end of runway, then Fox Mike 051, maximum 240 above 1800. Followed by a right hand turn, Fox Mike 060, Redkey 061, 062, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Waden. That's it. Alright, that's an easy one. So let's see, lots of stuff in here, but no initial climb in here. Okay. So that's probably down here, 5,000. Here we go, 5,000 is set. Beautiful. Then give me my standard page again so that we can go route data and load the wind data. Execute and also load the forecast uplink. Here it is. So the RADNAV is clear. We'll take LTFM for the fix info page, 25-mile ring. VNAV page, transition altitude 12,000, and that checks against the chart. Alright, now for our performance, and this time I'm not going to do it wrong. This time I will not enter the zero fuel weight. Alright, so 3.3 plus 3.2 is 5.5 basically, including a little bit of rounding here and there. Flight level 320 is our cruising level, cost index 30, minus 44 is correct, CG 30, and then onto the takeoff page, noise abatement 2 with a bucket 15, that looks correct. Alright, and that's our FMS setup complete, at least for the time being. Then let's start the rest of our flight deck inspection, and up here everything's good. Down here, what about the fueling? Yeah, 30 tons are on board. So that's good. Up here everything's done. Well, almost. Beacon should be off. See, that's why we do this stuff. Okay, so reset the checklists. Now, we would normally be resetting all of our CPDLC stuff here as well. However, I can't... That would be done in the manager. I can't do that without showing you my Hoppy lock-on code, so ain't gonna do that. Down here, everything's checked. Auto brake into RTO. The radio is going to be 1228 since we are departing on VATSIM. Transponder above 2000, and the rest is all set. Third pilot can chill and relax in the supernumerary area today, so we don't really need any of this. Cool. So that's all the good stuff from our setup done. Let's go ahead and reset that minimum. I'll actually tell you what, we're not going to reset that. Instead, we are going to select the MFRA, which is 1320. Okay, and that is set. All the rest is in here. IRS alignment is almost complete. I like it. Well then, let's go ahead and, in the absence of any air traffic controllers, at least for the time being, we can just go ahead and start our departure briefing, please. So we are going to depart Istanbul, runway 17 right, Vadem 1 Golf departure, initial climb 5000, safety altitude is at 4000, and extra fuel and time we got a ton, which gives us 10 minutes. No hotspots for our taxi out, and well, it's Honeycomb, so just a good listen onto the frequencies, make sure that we don't mess anything up over there. Apart from that, our stop margin in case of an RTO is going to be a couple hundred meters. Engine out sits straight at 25, pick up the holding, climbing 4000. If we need to come back, then runway 16 right is a good one, as we've already found out earlier on the last arrival. Well then, I've got nothing special or non-standard. The restrictions along our sit are really not problematic. 240 knots for the first turn. Probably not gonna reach that anyway. Maybe we'll reach it within the turn, but I really don't see much problems here. Do you see any threats for today's departure? No? Okay, beautiful. Then pre-flight checklist, please. And just a quick check. Temperatures are completely cold. Then we can set that parking brake. Okay, oxygen, tested 100%, flight instruments, heading 083, altimeter 1022, reading 320, set left, set right, pre-flight checklist complete. Okay, I like it. Well then, I suppose we've got all the basics done, and there is no ATC to get a clearance from. They're still loading some containers though, gotta give them that. I suppose we took a little bit of time by catering the aircraft. That probably blocked the front exit, therefore they have likely not started loading any earlier. Looking over here, nothing's even started at all. Okay. Lovely. But the door shows open. Why? That's gotta be some GSX nonsense again, huh? So, main deck cargo, open. Please. No? We've had that before, had we? Okay, after a little bit of fiddling, we got rid of that GSX bugged main deck cargo door. So that means we can start preparing our aircraft for today's flight. Let's go ahead and start the APU, and while that's happening, let's see if we can request a GSX pushback, or if that is going to... Yeah. It is opening doors again, because why wouldn't it? Really, those stupid stairs. GSX. So, arm all the doors and thank you. Well then, let's go for our weight and balance. So, our zero fuel weight is now 244.9. And that results in a gross weight of 274.9, which matches what we got in here. Beautiful. Okay then, performance tool, clear everything, import from OFP, runway 17 right. Then, unfortunately, we do not have any weather at the moment, so what I'm going to do is just import, because I'm lazy. Why wouldn't I be? Okay, so, thrust limit, takeoff 2, and we got 49 degrees. 86% N1 versus 85.6. Oh, here we go, that's even better. Okay, flaps 5 takeoff, and the CG is 27. Speeds 165, 165, 166, and those are all correct. I like it. Trim is 5.25 units, so that'll be a little bit of trimming down there, but apart from that, we are completely done. Okay, I like it. Then let's go ahead and talk to ground. Ground from flight deck. So, you can disconnect the external power, please. The parking brake is set, chocks can be removed. Please prepare the airplane for pushback, and then call us ready. Why does it say waiting for other services? You're not waiting for anything. You're just gonna do this. So, release ground power, remove chocks. Okay, reset position, because why wouldn't you? Let's restart. Throttle in the background. 3 flights, 3 problems. It's unbelievable. This thing is on the market for how many years? Okay, doesn't matter. We'll just aim to go flying. Okay, great. So let's give it the main page, and then GSX, prepare for pushback and departure. Handling by Turkish Ground Services. And you can't click anything because the chocks are already removed. I like it. That's what we want to see. Okay, ground. So please confirm that all the doors and hatches are closed, ground equipment is removed, and the bypass pin is installed. That's all confirmed, Captain. Okay, thank you. Then we are pressurizing the hydraulics, and we'll let you know when we're ready. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we can start trimming, and the speed should be 166. RNAV, VNAV, initial climb 5000. That looks good. Alright, here's the trim, 5.5, and before start, checklist please. MCP, V2 166, heading 174, altitude 5000. Takeoff speeds, V1 165, VR 165, V2 166. CDU pre-flight completed, trim 5.25 units. 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Before start checklist complete down to beacon. Alright then, sounds like we are pretty much ready. Then let's go ahead and talk to Honeycomb. And just to be sure, there is currently still no ATC online. Istanbul traffic, Lufthansa cargo 8463 heavy, Pushback stand kilo 53. So before start checklist is completed. They are lifting us up right now. That means they are about ready with their procedures as well. Here we go. Nose left, please. Facing north into Alpha. Okay, release park and brake. Park and brake released. Wonderful. And we're on the way. So, ground from flight deck, start sequence will be right engine first, left engine second. The idea behind that being that when we start turning the aircraft, the nose is going to come to the right from our side here. So if the left engine is running, that kind of supports the turn a little bit with the idle thrust, while the other engine would be working against it, so that's kind of the idea over here. Okay then, looks and sounds good. Right engine start. Oh yeah, the Boris pack does absolutely sound good. So we have a good start on the right engine, start on the left engine. Clear left. Left engine starts. Pushback completed, set park and brake. Park and brake set. Alright, we have 2 good engine starts. Please prepare the airplane for taxi. See you on the right hand side and have a good day. Bye bye. Okay, and flight controls. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. And standing by for the rudder until we've seen the ramp agent. There he is, including a pin. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Okay, and here is the clear signal. So, before taxi checklist, anti-ice, auto, recall, checked, flight controls, checked, ground equipment, clear, before taxi checklist, complete. Istanbul traffic, Lufthansa Cargo 8463 Heavy, taxi runway 17 right via Alpha Bravo 10. Okay, park and brake released, right side is clear, left side is clear. Let's go. Still so fascinating. We are like really light for a 777 freighter. I mean, we got 100 tons of cargo on board, obviously, but we're just doing a 2 hour and 45-minute flight. And yet, the takeoff weight is about as high as it would be on a 200 ER doing like a 14-hour flight with maximum payload. It's just a really interesting operations with the 777 freighter, and that's pretty much the reason why I went for the Lufthansa cargo rotation here rather than doing 3 dedicated flights or anything. Because it is just fun to do these, especially to have something that's, you know, something where the flights belong together and not just random flights every single day. So, looking at the windsock on the right hand side there, that looks like 220 at 5 or something the likes. Over here, every one of those colored markings equals 5 knots, so that's looking pretty good for us. Alright, so straight ahead, past the apron, 1 further and then to the right. So, to review the takeoff briefing, it's going to be a left seat takeoff, runway 17 right, flaps 5, noise abatement procedure 2, accelerating at 1500, takeoff speeds 165, 165, 166, and that is set, and the sit is straight ahead right hand turn, initial climb altitude 5000 feet, and we are already on the departure frequency, which is Honeycomb. In case of emergencies, we climb straight ahead to 25 miles, climbing 4000, and then it's going to be a right-hand vector back towards runway 16 right for our landing. Okay, do you have any comments or suggestions? Suppose no, that makes it easy.
Departure to Throttle, Istanbul.
Okay, so here's that large apron that we had on the chart down here, so we are gonna go 1 further, and then on top of the de-icing apron via Bravo 10 to the right, which is coming up over here. Okay, ground speed 10, and then we go off to the right hand side into Bravo 10. Can we see any of those other aircraft that we just heard? I think there was someone taxiing. Well, there is one, but he's probably not going to our runway. And apart from that, there's nothing nearby. Okay. Okay, we calculated Bravo 10, then we can also take Bravo 10. Istanbul traffic, Lufthansa Cargo 8463 heavy, line up and takeoff runway 17 right via Bravo 10. Okay, B4 takeoff checklist. B4 takeoff checklist complete.
Approaching 17 right.
And we're clear on the approach. Are you ready?
On runway 17 right.
Takeoff. Set thrust. Thrust set.
80 knots.
Checked.
V1 rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. So we got LNAV and VNAV. The plane is doing plane things. I like it. And I'm not sure why there is any TCAS on the right there. Oh, I suppose I don't even want to know. Reaching 1500, acceleration. Flaps 1, checked. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Speed checked. Turning off to the right. At least they really have some beautiful weather here in Istanbul today. if it's not for the ATC on our departure, then the flight is still worthwhile for other reasons here, isn't it? Look at that, calm winds, clear skies. That's just beautiful weather. Alright. Autopilot. Now the important question. 14:49 versus 15:20 as scheduled arrival time. That's easy. So, recommended flight level 340. The planned level is 320, but that's fine. Then we're going to climb 340. Like that. Let's see if that makes any difference. Nope, not really. Okay, easy. Okay then, approaching and passing 10,000. Lights, signs, and CPDLC is not a factor. Alright, cool. So that's pretty much everything I can do for you for the time being. So that's already set standard. We're about to reach the transition altitude anyway. And that's done a cross-check passing 10.3 now. Alright, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight, and then I see you all on the arrival into Frankfurt. Alright everyone, our flight is slowly nearing the end. We are currently inbound to Frankfurt and we've just got the handoff to Langradar on 120.805, who is our approach controller. So let's go ahead and give him a call. Information Echo is on board. Langradar, Lufthansa Cargo 8463 Heavy, passing 155, descending 110, Information Echo inbound Spesa.
Cargo 8463, very good evening, Squawk 1000, and which runway would you like?
Squawk 1000, 25 right, Lufthansa Cargo 8463.
8463, roger, expect Yankee runway 25 right, descend flight level 70.
Expecting Yankee 25 right, descending level 70, Lufthansa cargo 8463. Set, 70 checked. Okay then, let's start with our approach briefing. We're coming inbound to Frankfurt from runway 25 right, and that should actually be done by the first officer, or rather by the pilot monitoring. So expecting Frankfurt's runway 25 right with an ILS Yankee approach. The MSA is 4,300 and the minimum 561. Go around is a right turnout, climbing 5,000, couple of speed restrictions along the way that we gotta take care of. Well, extra fuel and time, let's see, 8.9 on the arrival with a minimum at 5.5, so that gives us about half an hour extra.
Yeah, 623.
So the approach itself is going to be flown with flight director guidance, flaps 30 and auto brakes 3. We do need maximum reverse here to be able to stop that airplane on that runway. Vacate to the left hand side, and then we're taxiing towards Foxtrot to something. Foxtrot to something, yeah. Okay, apart from that, nothing special, nothing non-standard. And do you see any threats for today's arrival? No? Perfect. Neither do I, so that approach briefing completed.
Lufthansa cargo 8463 heading 315.
Lufthansa cargo 8463 heading 315. Okay, perfect. Extend center line, and you can already give me a level change, please. At 320 knots for now. So, Delta Fox 480 and inbound, well, should be 246. Like that, and execute. Okay, beautiful. Now why did that not draw an extended center line? I suppose I don't even want to know. Here we go, that's looking better. So, alt hold, speed coming down towards 250. And vertical speed minus 100.
So for the Yankee Juliet, good evening. Climb by assist, flight level 110 island head.
So lights on, signs on, and all the rest is set down here. I like it. 1004 is pre-selected. And with that, Lufthansa cargo 8463 descending 5000.
8463, QNH 1004.
1004, Lufthansa cargo 8463. Okay, set QNH. And QNH cost check passing 10,000 now. Approach checklist, altimeters, QNH 1004. Approach checklist complete.
Intercept localizers 259.
Okay, beautiful. So there is one more coming in over there. I suppose he's probably going to go onto the other runway.
Localizer 251.
Level change. So let's see, we gotta lose 5,000, we got 15 miles, and then that's towards 480, then we have the rest remaining to lose our speed.
Heading 330.
Lufthansa cargo 8463, heading 330. Okay, so even a slight delay vector, well then we don't have any problem at all, descending. Actually go vertical speed here, minus 1,000. I suppose he's probably trying to pull this gentleman here in front of us. So let's do like 1300, that should be just about fine. Okay, so can we already see our destination? Not really, but we'll get rid of the sunshades.
Lufthansa 1181, turn right, heading 120.
Turning right, 120, Lufthansa 1181.
Lufthansa 51, cleared ILS, runway 25 left. Cleared ILS. Lufthansa cargo 8463, turn left heading 290, cleared ILS. Yankee, runway 25 right.
Lufthansa Cargo 8463, left 290, cleared Airbus Yankee, runway 25 right. Here we go. Okay, cleared ILS. We are receiving ILS Frankfurt. And that's the west runway right. So that's looking good. Not receiving any ILS, or rather any glide slope just yet, so for the time being, localizer only. Level change. And then let's do the rest ourselves.
Lufthansa 1181, descend 3000.
Descend 3000, Lufthansa 1181.
We will have quite the headwind on our final, so I suppose it's going to be no
Lufthansa
problem keeping
1181,
the
turn
speed
right,
for now.
heading 220.
Approaching.
Right, 220, Lufthansa 1181.
Okay then, set
Lufthansa 1181, cleared ILS.
the up
25
speed.
left.
Here we go.
Clear it to ILS 25 left. Lufthansa 1181.
1000 to go.
Lufthansa Cargo 8463, report indicated speed.
Lufthansa Cargo 8463 240.
8463, roger. Traffic 11 o'clock, in 2 miles, 3000, A320 for 25 left, report in sight.
Wilco. Down there he is.
Bearings 090, Bearings 090, hello, identified. Transat level 110.
Okay, down here he is. Lufthansa Cargo 8463, traffic inside.
8463, thank you. Can you maintain a visual of the time
Flaps
behind
1.
for 25 right?
Ava?
8460, roger, maintain visual. Number 2 for 25 right, stay all the time behind.
We'll stay all the time behind that traffic, Lufthansa Cargo 8463.
Lufthansa 1181, speed 190 knots or greater.
11. Say again, please. Lufthansa 1181.
Okay, flight
1181,
5.
speed 190 knots or greater.
That is or not. Lufthansa 1181. Station calling again? 51, roger, number 2, continue for 25 left.
Okay, lovely. So, completely established. Let's just make sure we get that speed back to the 5 speed.
Alpine 65, Fox X-ray.
But with that headwind, should be no problem slowing down at all.
90.
Net flight level 90, Alpine 65, Fox X-ray. TP8 is currently offline.
Okay, I'll advise the tower.
Last stop capture.
Lufthansa
Go around
1181, speed
altitude
170 knots
5000
until 5.
So 3.2 degree ILS, but with 40 knots of headwind, that will not be a problem at all.
Lufthansa Cargo 8463, thanks for your help. Contact tower 11878 and let them know you have a visual with the traffic on 25 left.
11878, Lufthansa Cargo 8361. Sure.
Ciao. Lufthansa 51, contact tower 11878, bye-bye.
Beware the 903 ready for start up on the QNH 1003.
Jet 903, push and start up full straight back, no turn.
Push start pretty straight back, no turn, Seabird 903.
Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa Cargo 8463 heavy, ILS Yankee 25 right, traffic on the left is inside.
Lufthansa Cargo 8463, Dankeschön, with 16 degree 6 knots, 25 right, clear to land, maintain all visual separation.
25 right, clear to land, visual separation, Lufthansa Cargo 8463. Okay, so gear down, flaps 20, because otherwise we are going to overtake him.
That's 1181, wind 160 degree 6 knots, 25 left, clear to land.
And flaps 30.
Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa 1181.
It feels bad doing that so far out, but
25 left.
if we're overtaking him, that's not really the solution either.
1181 with 160 degrees 6 knots 25 left, clear to land.
Landing checklist.
Say again,
Landing
please.
checklist complete.
Lufthansa 1181.
Clear to land 25 left.
Clear to land, runway 25 left. Lufthansa 1181.
Okay, so something in the com page. Just innovators. Disregard. Yeah, a little bit of wind.
Turkish 2173, push and start approved, safety wind.
2500.
Checked. Some wind and some turbulence. Yeah, I just want to take a quick screenshot, so autopilot, auto thrust. And now look at that. Home sweet home. And then we can take the controls again. So we are already clear to land. Man, this is too easy today. Much too easy.
Crossing 4, taxi 8, Echo 9, shutdown on I'm stopping.
So, traffic on the left is right over here. And yeah, from this point on, nothing we can do anymore in order not to overtake him. But I think we couldn't do it any more. I think we really couldn't do it any more economical than this. We're right abeam him by the time he touches down. Wind check.
160 at 6.
Okay, that should be easy. So we got quite a bit stronger wind up here still. This time, unfortunately, we don't have such a long runway, so this time we can't flare into eternity to make it smooth. But we've done that twice on this rotation already, so this one is going to be on point.
Da war meiner Pushback am Start approved, der Airbus.
400.
So, wind is calm now.
Caution!
Almost like an
Taxiway! Caution! Taxiway!
Disregard, that is not a taxiway.
Minimum.
Continue.
50. 40.
Zero 906, ready to taxi.
20.
With 902, taxi left, Lima 1, holding point to Frankfurt.
So, speed break up, thrust was normal.
Runway 25, zero 903.
The 1181, and then taxi
78%.
taxi right, Mike 8, full shot of runway 25 left.
Manual brakes.
The 1181, taxi right, Mike 8, full shot of runway 25 left.
Caution! On taxiway! On taxiway!
What was that one about? No, we're on the ground already. And yes, I intend to be on a taxiway. I don't want to be in the grass.
And full shot of runway 25 left.
Okay, so welcome to Frankfurt. Well, that ILS brought us in a little bit higher than I would have hoped. But hey, doesn't matter, we're here, that's all that counts.
Cargo 8463, continue via Papa, hold short, station by Papa, November 11, hold short of November.
Lufthansa Cargo 8463, taxi Papa, November 11, hold short November.
Lufthansa 1181, taxi right Mike 8, hold short of runway 25 center.
Okay, so, welcome to Frankfurt. Papa November 11, short November, basically means going straight ahead all the way. And then we can do the after landing items.
Lufthansa 1181, taxi Mike 8, hold short of runway 25 center.
Taxi via Mike 8, Lufthansa 1181.
And hold short of runway 25 center. Lufthansa 51, wind 160 degrees, 6 knots, 25 left, get to left.
Get to left, Delta Lima Hotel 6827, request pushback.
Okay, so that's it for the time being. Welcome to Frankfurt. I do hope you guys have enjoyed the flight so far.
Victor 157, Delta Lima
3 lovely flights and... Oh god, Delta Lima Hotel something. No further comment. That should be Lufthansa.
2533, we're still not ready for departure.
Roger, report ready. It is 2173, what are you doing there?
Sorry, go to the west.
Okay, then continue now left.
Perhaps not the answer that you'd be expecting to that question. But okay, we've already made it to Frankfurt, that's all that counts, isn't it? Hope you guys have enjoyed these 3 Lufthansa cargo flights as much as I did. I surely had a blast at them. And I gotta say that I absolutely love the Boris sound pack here on the 777 freighter as well. She really just sounds fantastic, doesn't she? Now, for the time being though, let's go ahead and make sure that we actually get to that gate. Already going maximum speed here at 30 knots. Now, I would kinda like to shut down an engine because we just got such a lengthy taxi ahead of us. But I'm afraid when I do that, if we have to stop somewhere, especially if it's slightly uphill, then we might not be able to get her moving again, because we're at like 255 tons right now. So, still a very, very heavy aircraft. I would probably consider single-engine taxi below like 230 or 220 tons, but this is too much. This is definitely too much. There is no set number, by the way, just in case you're wondering and taking notes. Boeing did not publish any specific weight below which you shouldn't do, or rather above which you shouldn't do single-engine taxi. They just say an appropriate weight.
Yeah, wait a sec. Vacate the runway. Say again, please.
Taxi now left, Mike 30, hold short of runway 25 center.
Alright, so at the end of the bridge, Papa ends and then November 11 starts, but we're cleared all the way through until November.
Mike 30, sorry.
903 identified, contact Langen 120-155.
120-155, I see you 903, thanks.
Turkish 2173, line up runway 25 center.
Line up 25 center, Turkish 2173.
Chicago 8463, continue November 11, November 14, then Foxtrot 212.
Fox 212 via November 11, November 14, Lufthansa Cargo 8463, ciao.
8463 at November, give way to company 320 new, passing left to right.
At November, behind the company, left, right, Lufthansa Cargo 8463.
Lufthansa 6827.
Okay, so he's probably come into view any moment from the left there, that's November. So he said Fox 214. That's the Lufthansa Cargo ramp, 214. No follow me needed, handling by Fraport. And there is that company A320.
Turkish 243, clear to takeoff.
165, Fox 6 Raven, 160 degrees, 6 knots, 25.
Okay, left is clear, right is clear.
Clear to land, the 25 left, right, 65, Fox 6.
Number 6827, cleared München, Cindy 8, Sierra departure, flatland route, fire switch to 4000 feet.
Okay, the left is clear now.
660.
Lufthansa 6827 cleared via München via Cindy 8, Sierra departure, flatland route, initial climb 4000, walk.
So that's November 13 over here, that's not ours. We're gonna go the second taxiway to the right hand side.
Lufthansa 51, cross runway 25 center, taxi right Lima, hold short of November 8.
Start
Cross
APU.
runway 25 center, right on Lima, hold short, November 8.
Lufthansa 1181, cross runway 25 center, taxi straight ahead November 3, stand Charlie 2.
Crossing runway.
So November 14 is next to the right.
And
Everything is clear there.
First Turkish 1, kitchen 2173 identified, contact Langen 136, decimal 130, goodbye.
Please repeat, Turkish 173.
Turkish 2173, contact 136, decimal 130, goodbye.
Contact 130, decimal 130, Turkish 173.
136, decimal 130.
136, decimal 130.
Alright.
Lufthansa 1181, cross runway 25 center, taxi straight ahead, November
And that is gonna
3,
be the next one
Charlie
on the right hand side there. Lights off. And the radar is off. And I think I selected the wrong Stanton GSX. My mistake. Let's correct that. Cargo ramp Fox 212. No follow me. Handling by shitport. Here we go, that's better. Stupid marshaller. That's not how you marshal an airplane. Okay, so parking brake is set and APU running. Shutdown. Alright, both engines are coming down and then we can shut this entire thing down. Okay. And both engines going below 20%. Shutdown checklist, please. Parking brake is set, and that's the shutdown checklist complete. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure that we have some ground services here. The power can be connected. Then we can shut the APU down. Let's go for unloading. And then, let's see what we got. So, that can certainly go way down here. Engines, oil quantity is fine. Then let's do a recall, check everything. And that's looking good. Status page, nothing on there. Even though that leaves me clueless as to why there was a blue status in there, which would indicate that there's a message on there. Doesn't matter though, we made it to our final destination. I do hope you guys found this one as lovely as I did. As always, be sure to leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video. Let me know how you liked it. And with that out of the way, I'm just really looking forward to see you guys again on the next one. So, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really, really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.